Figured I'd go ahead and make a tape. Yesterday I had a real bad allergy, and it's not that much better today. I don't know, at least I'm not laying down on the verge of falling asleep, right in the middle of the tape. So, I guess I'm gonna make a good tape then, huh? First I burp, then I blow my nose. What's next? Right on. Oh, that was fake. I don't know if everybody in the world knows how to make themselves cough. I'm just surprised I even know how to make myself burp. It could have at least been. Sometimes I wish I didn't know how to. It gave me something to talk about on them private tapes back in February, Dad's been out mowing the lawn for a while. And while he was out there earlier, I heard the phone ring. And there's a little thing where you put the phone on, and that thing rings along with it. So you see, I heard that thing ringing. I went after it thinking that's where the phone was, and I didn't see the phone there. I couldn't find it because that thing was ringing. I didn't know where the phone was. I couldn't tell the phone's ring from that thing's ring, so I never found the phone, so I just left a message on the answering machine. It was Linda. He says he's going to buy us Mario paint if we get all A's and B's. That's what he told Mary, and then she told me. I don't know if she knows that he doesn't want me to know or something, but if he comes back and tells me, then at least I'll know it's not a secret between him and her or something. But I'm going to try to get all A's and B's. That won't be much of a problem in chemistry and Spanish and, well, I don't know about geometry. I better start working harder in there because, it's not no easy thing. It's not as easy as it seems. Mostly what we're doing is trying to prove stuff, He tells us that B is the midpoint of AC. You got to prove that AB is 1/2 of AC. I don't know. It's just basically any old fart. Well, I do have a lot more energy today, I see. Let me see, what do I have for 4th period Spanish? That won't be a problem. American history, now that might be a problem right there. I had an 87 on my first test and a 73, so I got an 80 average going in there. And we're getting our progress reports a week from tomorrow, so I'll be able to see where my strong points are and where my weak points are. Plus in word processing, I might have to work a little bit harder in there because that's not as easy as it seems either. We're creating a lot of documents, and I'm putting my dialogue for my Koopa Kid comics and printing it on the printer. I'm going to do half of it there and half of it here so I can include Miss Barnett in the credits of my Koopa Kid comics since I already went ahead and saved the program. It's too late now, but it'd be nice to have her in there. Those Koopa Kid comics are going to last. The booze attack, I think's all messed up. I'm surprised I don't check this microphone more often to see if it works, to see if it's even hooked into the recorder. I just trust it to work, and if it works, it works. The allergy attack tape that I made yesterday, that's what I'm going to call it. Attack of the allergy. Sinus allergy or something. I'm going to keep that one. Hey, here's a Nintendo Power. Look at it. I'll just sort of look through this while I'm talking. I don't know. I hope that this tape doesn't start getting boring, and like I listen to this tape and say, oh boy, I got the Nintendo Power, I guess I better turn it off. The rest of it's going to be boring. Well, I hope you don't have to turn this tape off because it gets boring beyond this point. So I'm going to try not to talk about this Nintendo Power too much. Or is this just going to be my luck that I'm going to want you to talk about the Nintendo Power? You're going to want me to talk about it. I don't know what I want in the future. Just, I don't know what my interests are going to be when I come time, when I grow up and everything. So I'm certainly going to be interested in some other stuff besides Nintendo and video power and Nintendo powers and puberty and all that stuff when I grow up. It's not going to be of interest. Unless I don't change. I haven't changed a bit in the last 5 years. I'm still the same shy, hardness, weirdo person that I was when I was 11. So, got a new game in the vocabulary. It's a Game Boy game called Yoshi. It's a lot like Tetris, but it's fun.
It's fun.
Oh, I got 2,775 on it. I've been doing really good. I was trying to switch it so the eggshell would fall on top of it and I would have got a Yoshi, but I screwed up. And of course, you hate whenever you have like a 2,000 is the highest you can get, and then one day you play it and you get like 6,000. And that's just lucky, and then you play it for the next entire week and you can't get more than 3,000 or something. It's just not that fun to do that. Mom, I was talking to Mom this morning, and she said that Jamie came into the bank and asked her, does your son burp at home as much as he does at school? Can you believe she went and told on me? I couldn't believe it whenever I heard Mom say it. I didn't get mad or anything. I didn't say anything to her because that would be rude, but can you believe that? Can you believe it? I know, really, you get a disadvantage there whenever you got people in school telling her about every single thing that you do. So, you know, she's going to tell her about how I farted in homeroom that time. And of course, that was a long time ago. I'm going to try not to burp now. I'll just be as silent as I can whenever she's around, so she can go back to the bank one day and say, well, your son's not burping as much like he used to do. You see, people don't notice that, though, when you don't burp. So from now on, as far as Mom's concerned, I'm still burping, you know. So nobody's going to tell her if I stop burping. They're just going to tell her if I start back up again. I'm going to try to, like, find another bad habit that people won't be interested in telling her about, and then if they don't like it, I'll just tell them, well, I could go back to burping if you want me to, and then they would see it from a positive point of view, you know. But anyway, what else happened? She told me that Kyle came in the bank, and usually he tells her about what happened in Spanish. I wonder what he would be doing talking to her if his mom works there, you know. I guess he just tells her about stuff. He doesn't go right to her counter or anything. He tells her about how I'm winning pesos and everything. He'd say nothing ever bad happens to me. I just hope he doesn't tell her about my farting in Spanish, because I fart more in there than anywhere else. But people like it over there. People appreciate your entertainment over there, you know. Some people just don't appreciate to be entertained or don't think that it's really that funny. You know, you got people on movies that burp and fart. You know, you're going to laugh at them, but people don't appreciate my burps and farts. All I'm trying to do is get attention and entertain people. Add a little spice to the school, to this, you know, all people ever talk about around there is who got in trouble with who, or who goes with who, or who borrowed so-and-so's car to go to some dance last Saturday night, you know, or who called so-and-so, and what did they say? Only ever hear from the girls. You don't even listen in on girls' conversations, you dummy. And figure out anything interesting, because they're always talking about people you don't know. I got a sneeze coming. I don't think it's going to work, but it might. I guess the Nintendo Power hasn't been a big part of this habit. I just hope I don't sit here and think about what I say. I don't say anything, because that don't work. That don't make tapes good. I like to make tapes where I say stuff and I don't think about it. Or stuff like make a tape and then don't listen to it for a month, you know, that's a good way to make tapes, you know. I'd probably be keeping more of them if I did that, because I'd forget what I said, you know, and then I wouldn't know what to expect. It's just these tapes I sit here listening to like 3 or 4 times a week. Like I used to listen to April 24th all the time. I got that one, son of a gun, memorized, man. I almost even got the diary part memorized, even though I never listened to it. So, anyway, I've been playing a lot of Yoshi. I just heard them downstairs talking. They might be talking about Yoshi. But I do want to try to make all A's and B's so I can get that Mario Paint game, as I said. Now, I think Advanced English might be one of the harder ones, because I made a 76 on my test. And we had I got 100 on my sentences that time, and then I got some other 100 for something. Some little quiz that we had. And, and anyway, let's see. Is that one? Boy, that was loud, man, that echoed. Hope he wasn't talking on the phone, man. I could hear the walls vibrating in there. That took a long time to get out. I'll tell you. Oh, boy. Oh, I can't believe this. I just drew on Felix the cat. Gave him some eyeballs. Well, as long as I don't be talking about other people on this tape, I know I can be playing it in front of other people, too, because that's basically, you know, I might be playing these tapes in front of other people someday. Usually if I play a tape, like, just to show somebody a funny part, I don't like to have that risk of maybe there might be, like, right after it I say I'm criticizing somebody. Like on that one tape I was talking about Angela and how she always had that determined look in her eye. She doesn't really have it this year, but last year I said something like that, and then I said, I don't know, I just can't stand her when she's like that. Scheiße. Because I heard them coming up the stairs. It wasn't Dad that was home that time, it was them coming up the stairs. And you know, I wanted to show that Scheisse part off because I thought that saying Scheisse was funny, but right before it I said I can't stand her when she's like that. And, you know, if I showed that to her, she would suspect that I was maybe talking about her, you know, and I wouldn't want to do that. So I tried not to let her hear anything before. And I mean, I could let her listen to like that and she wouldn't suspect anything, but if I let that her in there, the third last word, which I don't like to try to explain to you because you probably already understand, which is the first reason. And the second reason is it makes tapes boring. So they try to explain something a zillion different ways just so you'll understand it. You know, I understand it. The only things I'm not gonna understand are the stuff that I just say to you and go on to the next subject. You know, I forget what I'm talking about. Kind of like with that Mario Paint, I kind of got back to it. Sure, today is why DSE safety sip. No, stupid. It's LDSE safety September. That was your stupid life, you dummy. DSE safe, you know. Which is how I thought you were supposed to say it on August 29th. But I don't want to go on to the next month. That'll take too long. Of course, I'm doing it in my head right now. The 27th will be on a Wednesday, 28, 29. 30, 31. The 1st to be on a Monday. Friday would be 5th. No, it wouldn't be. Friday would be the 12th. Well, who cares, man? Look at me. No wonder my tapes are so boring. I think they're trying to figure out stuff that I don't even care about in the future. You know, who's going to be sitting here 30 years old, sitting here listening to somebody trying to figure out what day Friday the 13th is going to be? Next time you're going to have a Friday the 13th back in 1992 if I'm listening to this in the year 2000, you know? Of course, that's all I really want with these tapes, is something to listen to when I grow up and hear about my attitude, see what kind of person I am back then. I got my alarm clock last night. The night before that, my alarm rang at 6, hit the snooze button. Rang again at 6:09, hit the snooze button. Rang again at 6:18, hit the snooze button. All 3 times I fell asleep. I don't know if I fell asleep last time. I hit it again, it went to 6:27, it rang one more time. I thought I was going to get up before then, but I guess I didn't. So anyway, I got up at 6:27, then this morning it rang at 6 o'clock and I hit the snooze. It rang at 6:09, I hit the snooze. I fell back asleep. This morning when it rang at 6:18, I hit it and I jumped right out of bed. I made as much noise as I could because I didn't want them to be thinking I hit the snooze button 4 times every single morning, you know. So I just pulled myself right out of bed. And what I usually do is I hit the snooze button and I forget to turn my alarm off. Go into the shower, and when I come back, my alarm is ringing because it would have been 9 minutes after I hit it. So if well, you understand what I mean, I bet. So I don't need to explain it. I need to be finishing my Koopa Kid comics is what I need to be doing. I got a felt tip pen right here that I'm using. With the rough. And I wanted to print the dialogues today in word processing because I thought I'd have time, but never got around to it. And then for the last 10 minutes, Chris Sheridan came back and sat right in front of the printer, so no matter what I printed, she was going to see it. So I just waited for her to leave, and then she left. About 5 seconds later, when the place had finally cleared up, the bell rang. So I was stuck. I saved it. My heart sank. You know how it feels whenever somebody, like how I felt when Mom said that she said I burped in school. Kind of feels like that. Anyway, I guess I didn't have a reason to feel like that because it was only a couple Koopa Kid comics. You know, I can always print some of the dialogue in this printer at home. Use that word power program if I figure it out. He's even got overstrike on that thing. I don't believe that. That's cool. And I thought our computer was just nothing because the keys are all wobbly and everything. But on our computers at school, they're a little bit, but not that much. In the last half of our word processing year, we're going to get to use the regular typewriter, so I'll have to be I'll have to buy typing paper, but I won't have to be worrying about having like a partner to share the computer with or anything. I'll be able to do everything right. Maybe I'll even get to try Panasonic. I don't know, that thing's got features. Before you know it, the year's going to be half over. We're going to take our final exam. I need to get back to this comics. You can't do comics with people playing poker and throwing the cards and everything because it just doesn't look right. So I don't know how I'm ever going to get through that. Well, what I'm going to do the cards purple because nothing else is purple. That way you can distinguish them pretty easily. Well, if I open my window again, it's getting hot in here. It's been cooler outside the last couple days. It's been absolutely downright chilly for, I don't know, I guess you can expect that in September. Look at this, I'm saying September in Spanish every time I say it, man. Because every September has 30 days, you say it in the song. You pretty much know it, even though I've only sung that song probably last time I said September in Spanish. I don't know how they do that sound, like or whatever. They do it real fast. I know they say quattro and everything. I don't know how they do it. Dad can do it, Miss Oliver can do it, Kyle can do it.